Hey everyone, so the question we're having a look at is this question from a 2009 exam paper, 2009 section A ordinary level. This is a 5th year one now, so, it's the 6th year, it's the leaving cert question actually, in ordinary level. So if you're able to do this, you shouldn't have much of a problem with junior cycle. So the question says, the plan and elevation of a garden seat is shown below. A 3D graphic is also given, so the 3D graphic here is given. 3D graphic. A set of isometric axes is shown on the right, which is here, and the elevation of the object has been positioned relative to the axes shown. So at the end elevation of the object is shown. Draw the plan in its correct position and complete the axonometric projection, slide 126. So that's just referring to the slide in the DCG solutions book. So the first thing we're going to do is set up the isometric axis here. So let's see what that's done. So I'm going to pick a point first on the page, as I always do, and I'll pick it roughly halfway on the page, about there, say. And then I'm going to just bring a line up there, 70 or 80 long. So 70 or 80 long, we'll say. There's 80. Now, the best thing to do here is get a compass, because you're going to go now and swing the same length at 30 degrees to the horizontal. So I'm just going to bring this out the length of that line. I'm just going to scribe an arc there and there, somewhere in the country of where the 30 degree line is going to be. So we go then 30 degrees, 30 degrees. There we go. Now join those together, those 4 points, or those 3 points together. 1, 2, 3. So we join them together now. And if everything is right, we should have a 60 degree angle here between this point here and this point up here. So we will 60 degrees. 60 degrees. There she goes. Right, now we have the basics done. So I'm just looking where the top of the sheet is, in the bottom of the sheet. Yeah, that's okay. So now we're going to draw what we see here. So this part, I have to draw my semicircle first. So next of all, I'm going to come out about what? Sometimes it'll say about 70 out from here. Approximately, hasn't been exact. And I'm going to throw two 30 degree lines there as well. So here, light now for construction, there's no need to go heavy here. Light again, 70, and so 60 degrees across this line here. Get the middle of it then, of course, have to bisect that line. So I'm going to get my compass here. I'm going to bisect this line. It's more accurate than bringing this centre here out to hit it, so I'll just bisect it. So more than halfway. Light arc. You won't be able to see this arc out the camera. I'm doing it so light, it's just for myself here, so I can see a centre point. So there we go. So in essence then what you have is a point here and a point there, join them together. And there's no need to join them together. Once you have a centre point here, you could use the edge of the 30 degree set square as well if you wanted. But nonetheless, there's the point there. So at that then we're going to swing an arc with the compass. Semicircle. We put the point here. This compass is not a good one. I don't like it. I'm going to have to shortly change it because there's a bit of movement in it. So we're checking here and here. Yeah, semicircle, and she goes. Nice and light, no need for mad constructions there. Next of all, I'm going to go and let me just see exactly what I'm going to do now. Then we extend it slightly here. Right, now I'm going to join these corners, or say these here, so I can make a 90 degree angle such that my elevation will now fit into this area here. So I'm going to go now, look at the drawing again. So I'm looking for the total width of this. The total, what is it? Look down here. So I have to calculate this. Actually no, I don't, it's 45 mil. So that's not too bad, 45. And 15 is the gap here. 15. These little ones are 10, these legs here. 10 mil over here. So then we have to go, bit of calculation here, nothing major. 45 minus 15 minus 10 minus 10, 45 minus 20, 35, 25, 45, 35, 25, 25 minus 15, 10. Yeah, 25 minus 15 is 10, so that means these are 5 each here. If you do the calculations, it should be. We'll just do it once more just to check. 45 minus 20, 35, 25 minus 15 is 10, yeah, so 5 and 5 here and here. So we go with that. So let's put 5 in that and 5 in this. Total height, I just want to know what that is now as well. 25. Yeah. The thickness here is 10 million, that thickness there. Okay. So we'll have a look here now. I'm trying to get the frame of the thing first in this area here. So we'll have a look and just see how we're going to manage that. I'm going to go 25 first anyway. This is a slightly different set square now as I usually have. The other one was broke actually. So 25 up. I'm going to show a line there 30 degrees again. Light, not heavy. Sorry, not 30 degrees, using the sliding set square because I have to. So here we go. I'll just get that lined up at the bottom of this here. And then I'll slide my set square. So I'm going to get the frame of this yoke first. So nice light line there. Down the bottom then, 45 width. 45. You know, it's pretty small the page. It's, you know, it's not going to be big. So that's where again. Line it up with this one. Just so you know, I'm going to get a frame on this. Probably going to be a fairly small thing. This is 45, 25. It's not going to be too big. So then, on the bottom of the piece, I'm starting 5. I'm going to go 10. And I'm going to go 15, 5, 10, 15. And I'm going to go 10, and there should be 5 remaining just at the end there. Yep, 5 remaining. Light construction lines now again, no harm to have them. Lining up with this one. So that's as good as I can get it there. Light construction line here. Here. Here and here. Oh, what can I do next? Come down 10 from the top here of the piece in 10. Light constructions again. So line up with this line here at the bottom. Light construction there. Now, what can I heavy in? That's what I'm looking at now. So I can actually heavy in the whole lot of this top line here. So that line there can be heavied in. Look closely now when you're doing it. So these two can be heavied in. So can these 4 here. Now, sliding set squares is no harm when you're doing this. You can do it just by lining it up, but it's slightly faster if you do it with the set square that you're provided with. So no harm to use that. So I'm heavying in what needs to be heavied in. Back to again to where we were. I want to get this accurate now as I can. Those are the legs there. What else can I heavy in? These ones. And 2 end ones. Put the page there now. Okay, the end elevation done there now. So let me see if we need to heavy anything else. Oh yeah, more there. End elevation. Now the plan. Same thing again. Drop the 2 extreme lines here, these 2 points. If I call this point here A and B, I suppose you could call it if you wanted. I'm going to drop A and B down the page now. So any length, doesn't matter. Light, no need for heavy constructions there. Down 70 again, approximately. Then across the page. Light as well, no need for heaviness. Now, back to what I was saying again. Sorry, just adjust this slightly, this camera here. See what we're doing down here. This construction line here, you know, divided in 2. You can drop this centre point, the corner of the room here as we call it. We can drop this down and it'll hit that line, and it approximately would, you know, if everything is set up right, it will be the centre. But the more accurate way to do it is to actually go and go over halfway, you know, bisect the line. So now we could run off the page here, edit. We can use the board as a guide, it doesn't matter. We'll run off 2 points here. Now you can't see the bottom one, but you know what I'm saying, is the same as over here. Drop the points then. There we are. Dot there. Compass. And then my semicircle then. Same crack again. Slightly out there. Okay, not bad. Over this line again. Point. Join them. There to there. There to there. How's the plan? So this is actually telling me to draw a plan. Draw the plan in its correct position and complete the axonometric projection. The plan, you know, not too tough now. Handy enough to draw the plan. The orientation, I'm just trying to think about it. Remember, when you have, I suppose you can treat this as a plane that's sitting, you know, if I put the pencil against the plane, you know, at the minute it's you know, we're looking in perpendicularly to the plane. So I'm going to bring it down. That's the reason for turning this angle in the corner here, which is actually, it's not 90 as we look at it in this view, but when we bring it down here as well, it'll turn to a 90-degree angle because we're looking at the true view of it. And we'll have the narrow part here. So see this 25 here. This will be the 25 dimension from here to here, and then we'll have the 45 dimension here to here, and back out to 25 to square off there. Just to think about that in each drawing is just tricky enough. You have to just think of the outline of it, how it's actually planned out, and then move from there. I am right when I'm saying, yeah. So we'll try the axonometric now. So just let me think for a minute. I'm having second thoughts there actually. Plan. Yeah, we'll have a go and see what happens. End view. So this is the end view. Front elevation will be looking in that direction. Just think for a second now. Let me just think what it looks like there. No, actually, sorry, it wouldn't be in plan, it would be this way. So the 45 here, the 25 this width, and then away we go. Yeah, okay, not to worry, that's grand. So, next of all, we're going to go, and we're getting our 45 here. And we're getting our 25 here. And this is a 45-degree angle, so I'm just going to box it off first. So I'm getting my everything in this frame here. There we are. Now you can actually heavy in what needs to be heavy. So there we go. There we are. And I'm going to start splitting now, dividing up. 5, 10, 15, 10, 5. 5, 10, 15, 10, just 5 remaining. These are dotted lines, they're hidden because there are the legs underneath the thing. This is the plan. There we go there. Alright. Okay, so now we have the plan drawn. I just heavy in just a bit more here, a few more lines. To outline the shape there. So after that, then we're trying to get our axonometric view in here. It's really and truly, it's the axonometric plane, and we see an isometric view through the axonometric plane. Well, the best way to do this is to try one dot first, one corner of the piece. and try, usually if you look at the 3D while you're looking at this, it helps. So if you look at this and then look back at this, you kind of get the orientation of the thing, the way it's sitting. So this point here, if I was to pick this point here and think about that point there, at the top right hand corner, I'm just thinking over a minute, where would that correspond to? So it'll correspond to this point here, wouldn't it? But if we're looking in on the end view, there's actually 2 points on that line. So if we're looking in here, there's actually 2 there. Because there we are, if we're looking in here, and there's one behind it. So I have to think about that as well when I'm doing this. So this is the point here I'm talking about. Right? And that's the back point there that I'm talking about. But I can bring up these lines straight first. Up the page. Light, no need to go heavy. So I'll bring them up. I'll bring the 2 of them up first actually. I'm interested just to see how this is going to work. And then I'm going to go, no, look, you can label them 1, 2 if you want. And I'm going to bring this point down here. Just want to see now, nice and light. Again, no need for heavy. And I'm just going to dot them in. So 1, 2. Now if you wanted to put the notation on this point here, what it'd be is 1/2. You know what I mean? That's what it'd be. Because there's point 1 there. And there's point 2. Next of all, we're going to look again. Point 3 and 4. I can call this point 3 and 4 here, no problem at all. The corners again. And I'm going to bring them up the page. So where she goes, 4 goes, and 3 goes. Now, think again. This is always, you always have to think and check again what you're doing. Check this. What are we looking at? This point up here, right? We're looking at these. This point here contains 2 again, which is this point here and the back one. Because in view you can only see 1. So we're going to look at this point here. And what am I going to call it? 3/4, right? 3/4. And I'm going to go. I know I have to extend this one a little bit. Yeah. No, it's right on this line here. So I'm going to go now and bring 3/4 down. And it's sitting in 2 places. Here and here. So we're worried about the points. We're just thinking about don't worry about what the actual thing is going to look like here yet. Get the points first, and then we'll see what we need to join together. Right? So now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to draw the outline of this because I want to get the top drawn first to give me a guide. So I'm going to go and heavy these in. Okay. And the angle here is changing again. What is it? It's 30 the other way, of course. Yeah. 30. No, that's not part of it. That's the top face of the table, if you like. This face here in plan. Right, now look closely again. I'm not going to do too much labeling here. I call them A's and B's instead of 1s and 2s. Here we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I call them A, B, C, D, E and all the rest of it. E, F, G, H. All those points there, right? That's grand. Lovely job. We're thinking about them now. We're looking up here again. A, B. So, look at, here we are. We're going, now, you have to be careful here. A, B. Right? C, D. Now that's okay saying that, right? A, B, C, D. But, what about H, G, F and E? We've A/H. B/G. C/F. Because remember this is the end view. D/what? Think D, E, D/E. That's grand. Bring them all up. Bring them all up. No harm at all now to bring them up. So that'll be brought up anyway. So I'm going to go D, nice and light now. C goes up. B goes up. Now B and E are the one points on that line there. A is going up. A and F are on the one line again, and G and H have to go. So G and H off there. Now, that's them. Now, A and H. Down we go. Now you're better off to go and actually dot them in now at this stage. So A. On this line that's coming, think about it. Up we go. A. Now I said H as well, didn't I? H, up, there. Alright. Now, BG next. B slash G. Drop them over. BG. Look for B. Up he goes there. Further. This one is B. And where's my G? Here we are here. Up goes again. G. Now label them. No harm either. A. H. B. G. That's alright. Just leave that alone for a second. We keep going with the points. So we're after dealing with A, B, H, G. A, B, H, G. We're after dealing with them. So now D, E, C, F. We're going to go with them. We'll do the CF first. C. There's C. Where's F? Here. Up. There. D and E now. Let them off there. D and E. Where's D? Here. Where's E? Here. On the E line now, remember? Okay. Alright. Now, we're going to go and heavy in where we can here. Now, think about it. Does A join to B? Yes, it does. Does A join to H? Yes. A, H. Has to. Not all points will join together, you see, that's what we're just thinking of here. B to G, B, G line, B to G, yes it will. Now some of this might be heavy, you have to think about that too. Some can be hidden detail. It will be definitely hidden detail. So you have to be very careful. I'm going to do the light now, I'm not going to go heavy here. Because there could be something hidden there. G to H joins as well. Not heavy now, that's a little bit too heavy nearly. I never made these points. T, C, or C is already there. Be careful here now. What's this point here? It's F. And the other one is E. This can be heavy because we know it's not going to be hidden by anything. Light now after that. Light. Light. Just the footprint we're looking at of the actual park bench. Now we're looking again. This point here needs to be brought now as well. And this point here. And this point here. And this point here has to be brought down. And this point here actually. And this point here as well. Another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 points. Okay. Now the lines are already here in plan coming up, so we're going to drop them from this elevation here, and elevation. Do one at a time if you're unsure. So we call this, we can start at the other end of the alphabet, now it doesn't make any difference. Z. Is this Z here? It will be on that line, won't it? No, it won't. It will be here, at this point, actually. Z. So think about it coming up. Here. That's the point there. Now drop it if you're unsure. You can do one individually at a time if you want, but I find it slow. But nonetheless you can if you're unsure. Start with. let's drop this one down. Annotation again, a bit of harm. Z, Y. Okay, I'm going back to the way in the alphabet now, just to be, I don't want to throw people off too much. So Z, Y. Join if you want, no problem. Get the angle now, because it's a very short line, the angle can easily go wrong here. Right. Now, you think about, what does Y join to? Y comes down here, DE. But it's actually D. Y joins to D because it can't join to E, because if it did, it'd be over here. So we're going to join this one. I'll just join these points individually, just so people will be okay with that. Now, this one here. ZYX. Stop it. Alright. X. Now, X. Which one is it here? Just think about it. C. So there's a C line coming up. The one coming from X is here. Join it. Okay. Next now. ZYX. W. You have to think W, X, Y, Z, yes, or W. Drop it. W, where would that be down here? It'd be B, wouldn't it? No. In plan. So up would be B line. Watching for the W, watching very closely for the W now, I don't make a mistake. There we are there. Join it. Now, automatically I can see it straight away. W, what is it join to? BG. Here's B coming up. There's B there. And we join W, B. Now don't worry about the notation too much. I don't confuse people with notation. You don't have to use notation at all if you don't want to. I recommend you would, but you can call it anything you like, in essence, you know. Now I can kind of use strategics here, or I can be strategically using my brain here. Next of all, these are a little small joint here. There's a little small joint there contained between those two lines, isn't there? Or is there? Look very closely now. No, there isn't. Sorry, there isn't. You have to be very, very careful here now. This is where it really, really steps up a gear, and you want to be extremely careful. There's no line there. Sorry, there isn't. I'll do it the long way because I don't want to guess now at this stage. So, right, Z, Y, W, X, right. The alphabet going backwards, so is W, X, Y, Z, V, V. This point here. I'm going to bring the V point down. Now bring up the V point from here, which would be A. So, right, up with the A. I'm at the rubber nose building, so I have to put it back again. V, 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 and A. There's the point there. Okay. I'm just thinking now, thinking about this. I think there's something over the line slightly here now. I'm just looking at something in particular. If I drop that point there, into, and check something here now. I'm just point here for a minute without saying anything now. Just a second. Something is out down here. The A point. Sorry. There's a little bit out here. It's very little now, it's just something that to be very careful. If you look closely, it's this one here actually I bring up for the very bottom corner. So I'll just bring up the one again. I just want to redefine the corner there. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so one would be here, wouldn't it? See it down here, one, so one will be up here. Okay, so I'm just going to drop that one again. Alright. So I'm going a bit further with the one there. Slightly further. A point there, and then that's the very corner of my piece then. But I'm not joining to that. So that would be actually, that segmented line, the very, very last bit would be gone. That's the 5mm piece there. So I'm just going to go back up to this point. Alright. No more like it. Yeah. Okay, so this thing, it'll actually fall together for you then when you start looking at it closely. Because next of all I can see now where the points are going without actually tracing it down from here. There's going to be another point here, you see. Here. Because it's going to be 30 degrees here, you know. So just heavy that in. And then I'm trying to back up to number 2 here. Okay. Now, straight away you can see we need another line here because it's going to be, you know, the bottom one of this. Because if we look at the 3D, right, there's a point here, there's a point here, sorry, there's a point here, and there's a point here. So this line will be here, and there'll be another one sticking up here, you know, so there's a bit missing here still. So think about it again, and we'll see where we're going. I can bring the actual points, there's no problem at all with that. Oh, I already have them, sorry. Point H, and this point in here. Okay, so now A to H, as we see here, the hidden detail. We see it as a solid line here in this view. And then what's happening after that? It's actually going up to hit this line here. If we look very closely. So H is coming up and it's stopping there. Because it has to. Right. Thinking now about this line here would actually be solid too. I'm just looking at it. And then it'll change the hidden detail. We'll see in a minute where that'll go. So that line there will be solid as well. Just thinking about the hidden detail now again. So yeah. So just think about it now very, very carefully. Where the hidden detail would sit. So there's a hidden detail line. I suppose this line here. Let's see now. The line opposite this. So you know the other side will be there. So I'll just do that because I don't want to throw people off too much. So W, okay. Now this is where it begins to step up a little bit. W is here and we've X. Opposite that, in here somewhere, there's 2 more points, right? Which are below F and G, or F and G here. So yeah, well, F and G are already there. So what's that? X, I'm just going to bring that down, and W. Looking very closely now. G. There's 1 point there. X. So coming up from F, you just have to think of all the different possibilities here. Okay, that's the points there actually. Now they're going to be hidden detail right back to here. So hidden dotted lines. Dotted lines. And you get quicker at these as you're going, you know, it's start off nice and easy and then eventually, you know, you get a bit quicker. I'm just doing this nice and easy here now, I'm not going to be rushing too much. Okay. There's going to be hidden detail line here as well. To those corners there, this back corner here. Hidden. Hidden here. Hidden here as well. So you can have to flip this in your mind and think what it would look like, you know, in 3D as well, you know. Okay, so I think I've every angle covered there. Thinking about this now. Hidden detail here. There's any hidden detail after that? No, it's not much. Back here there's one as well down to the leg at the back here. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm happy with that. That's my isometric view. So you can see the labelling system, how it helps you to actually draw the isometric. We work it along and take our time with it. And what I do is I just colour this in, and then I come back to you and we'll just have a look at the coloured in version.